What? Never had a bad hair day before? Lucky you. We're gonna play a fun game here. I'm going to show you the same picture twice, and I guarantee they're going to invoke different reactions. Ready? Here's number one. Here's number two. Retro video game prices are astronomically fucking awful. And who do I blame for it? Do I blame the scalpers online? No. I blame all the retro video game stores in the world. It's your fucking fault. How do you determine something's value? Well, it's called supply and demand. And just in case you're not old enough to take economics class, get off YouTube, hit the fucking homework, all right? I know it's there. Do it. But let's be real. Is this game really worth this much? No. How much is this game worth? Easy. That much. Because that's how much it retailed for. Now, there's a difference between a game and a collector's edition. I totally understand that. With my darling Heart Gold here, yes, I have the official box, and guess what? No, not the manual, it's gone! Probably also saw that I was a masochist when I was 7 and ripped off the fucking game art, so, you know, I really hate myself too. But take away all that, and the game still plays, and it's official. So again, is it really worth this? But all that aside, retro fucking video game stores, this is for you. I recently bought this online on eBay for $75. If you know anything about this game, the price, the market, that's a really good price. That game's going for over $100 and I spent $75 on it. Is it worth $75? I don't like Fire Emblem, so no. But to someone who is a fan, it probably is worth $75. Hell, maybe even more. However, is it worth that fucking much? No. You could be the biggest Fire Emblem fan in the world. It is not worth that much. I'd like to think I'm the biggest Mystery Dungeon fan in the world, and that is not even fucking close to valuing that game properly. Should be more. Now, what I'm showing are just eBay results, because it's easy for me to just edit. I go online, I look it up, bam, paste, right? They're worse at game stores. I don't understand. Any store, and I mean any store, the purpose of it being open is to make a profit, is to make a sale. Now, a lot of losers will say, no, it's a good environment, so I can go battle my Pokemon cards with a bunch of other degenerates. That's great. See how fast that store stays open. If you're not making a profit, what are you doing? And so many times, I have gone to retro video game stores all over the fucking East Coast, and I will just see the worst prices imaginable. We're definitely not in this age anymore of nostalgia baiting, people who don't know what something's worth. Anyone can go online, search up the title of the game they're interested in, and just see what it's going for online. So when I go to a store, yes, it's convenient. Yes, I can see it right there for itself. I can touch it, I can see the disc. But good God, I'm not paying a fucking premium for that. Here's another example, Bravely Default. I bought this on eBay for $20. What happened was it got delayed in the mail, and eventually we just thought it was never coming, and I got a full refund. Then it came, and the seller was like, you know what, just keep it, give me a good review. And so I did. But essentially, there really is none of that anymore. I think a lot of people are still scared to buy online, as if like, oh no, every time I hit purchase, the money's gone no matter what happens. What if it gets lost in the mail? Then eBay will fucking reimburse you. What do you think? I used to use Mercari a lot. I don't use it anymore because it is not seller or buyer friendly. It's terrible. But if there's ever a problem, they will step in and refund you. They are very consumer first. I don't think I've ever taken a loss before. And I know some people have, and I'm sorry that happened to you, but it's still not worth going to these stupid fucking game stores and paying this much money for not even close. Now here's the question, is it all of them? Of course not, but it is most. I'm just gonna spit off some prices that I've seen. Explorers of Sky going for $120. The Wind Waker going for $150. Fucking Fire Emblem, remember that? That one was going for $130. I paid $75. So enough complaining, let's talk solutions. What is a game worth, really? You wanna know where's the worst place to buy retro games? GameStop. They don't value games correctly at all. They value a game based off of the game itself. If it comes in the official case, that's a bonus. But if it doesn't, and it comes in that stupid, like, whatever the hell that is, there's no discount. So it's like, really? You really expect me to pay $30 for fucking Metroid Prime Hunters? It came in a fucking baggie. We need to have tiers, okay? There's the people who, bam, just want to play the game, okay? And yes, you could just buy like a bootleg or a counterfeit or one of those like R4 cards, right, for your DS. Sure, if you just want to play the game, that's a way to do it. We shouldn't have to resort to this. Video games are really the only medium where if you just want to play it, you gotta shell out a lot for it. Let's say you're like me, right? Guy in his 20s. You probably grew up with either the GameCube, the Wii, the PS3, whatever's your nostalgia system. If you don't have it anymore, well, first you gotta get that. What are GameCubes going for? Oh, lovely. I can't even afford groceries this week, let alone buy a house. I mean GameCube. So then you're a seller, you're a retailer, right? You're not online scalper McGee who has like 70 sitting in his fucking closet, just, you know, profit after profit. You have to turn the lights on. You have to drive to the store. The only people that are probably gonna go there are whoever lives in that radius. And you have the audacity to price a Wii over $100? It's the fucking family edition one! Let's get to the truth of it. Why are game prices so high, and especially why are they so high at these retro game stores? Simple, because they don't want to get rid of them. They don't. There was a game store where I used to live, and the story was that the owner didn't even want to sell his games, but his wife made him. And so every time you went there, you would see the worst prices imaginable. I'm talking like new Super Mario Bros. For the DS going for $50. And so what was it at that point? It was just like a museum. Like, it was just a store with these shelves just to show like their collection. That's almost what it feels like. You always see these glass cases, and inside the glass cases, they will have two things. They will have things they're like really proud of, like, oh, here's a signed Wii by Miyamoto himself. And then they will just have a bunch of fucking Switch games that retailed for $60. You can still buy at GameStop for $60. Well, they're selling them for $80. The reason I'm making this video is simple, because the other day I went to a game store near me, and funny enough, they didn't really have any games. They had a lot of trading cards and plushies that are 7 inches and still $40, because yeah, I'm gonna fucking buy that. But I go up to the guy at the counter and I say, hey, where are all the games? And they said, you see, people just aren't buying retro games. That's so not fucking true. People aren't buying your scalped bullshit prices. So then I said, well, what games do you have? And he shows me this. They were selling this for $40 fucking. I wonder why no one's buying. Have you ever been to a retro game store and they have a sale? No, of course not. These things never go on sale. These things are never discounted. You would think like, hey, what's better? Either we sell a game 10% less, or it sits on our shelf forever. If you grew up playing Pokemon on the DS and you really want to play it again, no, you're not going to shell out $100 for Platinum. You're going to download a fucking emulator and that's how you're going to play it. So again, I must ask you fucking retro video game stores, what is your purpose for existing? Do you want people to actually play the games that you are selling? If so, lower the goddamn prices. If not, then alright, enjoy your stupid museum that's right next to a fucking Subway and a meth shack.